Hey.
Hey. Long time no see.
Exactly.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was unmuted. How you guys doing?
Good. How you doing, Jamal?
Pretty good, pretty good. I'll be right out here. Just making sure the air's good enough.
I know.
Let's see where the air quality is at. Okay. Under 100, which is good. Hi, Lucia. Hi, beautiful girl.
She's also. Why are you picking me up? I'd like to make her yell like that, which is mean, but.
Squirmy girl. Yes.
I love
yes. Look at you. Look at you.
Oh my God, you're shedding so much. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, my cats just got fed, so they are quite sedentary.
That's good. Yeah, she wants to. Oh, look at them.
Almost is just hanging out.
Huh. I don't know. He looks like he saw a bird or something out the window.
I trapped a fly in one of the windows, so I think he's watching the fly fly around in between the window and the screen.
You guys see me?
Not yet.
Your camera's not on.
Yeah. There you go.
Hey,
Now we see you.
is that better? Or no?
Yep.
Okay. Is it jumpy though?
Yes.
All right, let me try the other way one more time. See what happens. What about now? Oh, bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's better.
It's better? I'm not jumpy or anything?
You're a little bit, but it's less jumpy than it was before.
All right, we'll try this and I'll go back to the other way if this doesn't work. All right. So how's everybody doing? You guys doing good?
Yeah. Hang in there.
Cool. It's been weird. I haven't been able to hike for a week or so, week and a half.
Now I feel like I've just been trapped inside working incessantly for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Jamal, that story about police pulling guns on you with Khalil strapped to you was like horrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was when he was only like 10 or 11 months or something like that.
I just used it to argue with the police officer from my school who was trying to say that people shouldn't judge cops or something.
I know.
I was like, this happened to a lot of people I know. My boxing teacher just had her, just told me that he said that he had them pull guns on him when he had a baby strapped to him.
Yeah, and I was like doing this because I was afraid they were gonna say shot me. I didn't want to be like this with him right here. You know?
Like maybe your body would block the bullet for the baby. Jesus.
Well, I mean, yeah, I didn't want it to be the other way around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was messed up. Well, you know, it was more to the story. Because I would walk from here to San Pablo Park, and then usually because I'd try to get him to fall asleep, and on the way back he'd fall asleep, and so I was on the way back because I'd be over there. I would just do my Tai Chi and stuff with him there, and then so I was on my way back, and we're going up the street a few blocks from here, and bam! This car crashed like not too far in front of us. Then the guy got out and ran. And then the cops came through. And then I walked home a few blocks. And then when I got home, it was already getting kind of dark. And they came by and flashed a light because they were looking for him. And then that's when they came out, you know, and they were like, yelling and everything. It was messed up.
That's so messed up.
Yeah.
Especially because, like, to what? Catch somebody who caused a car crash? Like,
right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's not worth accidentally shooting people. Like,
no, I'm like, also, if you're a cop and you say you're a good person and you're one of those people that's like, not all cops are bad people, quit your job.
Right.
Like,
well, and also like the guy at my school, he's like the professor. He's retired now, but he was arguing with somebody who posted like an anti-police meme, and he's like, we taught all this stuff and la la la, and you know, and the thing is, I'm like, okay, even if you don't quit your job, I mean, yeah, but like your answer to the anti-cop meme, like if teachers were shooting black students and someone was posting memes about it, I'd be like, you know what, that is so screwed up. And here's all the things we're trying to do as teachers to keep that from ever happening. You know, at least like acknowledge there's a problem and what's trying to be done about it at the very least, you know?
True.
Like he's not going to quit his job. He's OG. Like that's his, you know, he did quit his job. He's retired, you know?
Right.
But like, it's just like at the very least, like, why be defensive, you know?
True.
Not all cops act like that. No, you're like, well,
you're defensive when you know that you're part of an organization that historically has done many things wrong.
My uncle's like that, where he was a cop, but then he was a lot of things after a cop too and everything. But I mean, he always goes back to defend that and stuff, you know.
Yeah. So I think it's part of the mentality and their training, and that's why they're so screwed up.
Yeah.
You know, it's like never admit any wrong.
Well, but the thing is what happened is I was 17. To make a real long story short, a friend of mine was running. Well, not a friend of mine. The guy we were with ran from the cop.
I've heard that. That's your bad cop story, right?
Yeah. It took a long.
What happened?
Oh, well, they chased us. Some of their cars got wrecked and stuff. When they finally caught us, they had like about 30 guns, and then so they pulled us out, beat the shit out of us. And this one cop kept on with this big flashlight. He was about to kill me, and this other cop actually jumped on him and everything. But anyways, they so then they let us off in the middle of this like gang territory in Albuquerque, and just let us off there, and then took off. We're not even from Albuquerque either. We're from Santa Fe, which is a smaller town, you know. Like,
yeah.
But anyways, he always is like, what about your friends? What about your friends? It's like, well, first of all, I mean, the guy who did that, we hate that guy. We actually kicked his ass later when he got out of jail, like 6 months later. But I hate that guy. He's not our friend. But the thing is, he went and when he was in Colorado, he was running on his Harley Davidson, and this Colorado cop set a roadblock up for him. He got off the motorcycle and punched him and stuff. And here he's gonna, lecture me about that. You know, it was just. But then
they asked you about your friends because they wanted to charge you all with conspiracy. So that's a way to like charge you all with a criminal offense, even though you actually did nothing. So it's a way to a large group of people for the actions of one.
Right. Well, they let us go.
Yeah, good. I'm glad that you didn't give him any conspiracy case.
Right.
You're like, we're not conspiring with that guy. We hate that guy.
Yeah. Not a friend. Had no idea what he was doing before.
Right.
No requisite mens rea for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just like they didn't shoot us. But anyways, it's been one of those weeks. Hey, so you want to let's start a little bit kind of slow. We'll just go straight into the we'll warm up a little bit. Let me actually put the recording back on. Oh shit, it was recording. Shit. I thought I had paused it. Oh well. Sorry about that. So
it's educational programming on several different fronts.
That's right.
Yeah, a few jumping jacks. Pull the knee in. Step back into a lunge. But she really drop from the hip, you know. Here, and then really drop the hip. Don't touch the ground with the knee, but almost. Oh yeah, let's go from here. And on the toes, you go on the toes. And some jacks. And back to this. All right. So let's start with, well, actually, we'll go right into the stepping, but we're just going to focus on without the punch for the first 3 minutes. I'm just going to walk through. But without the punch, we're just going to drop. Just first step, drop the shoulders. You know, I thought let me grab my, my timer real quick. I'll be right back. All right. So we'll do 3 minutes. All right, guys, ready? And time. All right, we'll just focus on dropping everything. Even if you got your hands up, you still want to get that same feeling where you're just doing this. Try to get that same feeling with the hands up. Remember to take your time to push into the ground. So you're moving your here. So you're same thing backwards. Remember, drop each time. Drop. So it's like you're trying to get as comfortable as you possibly can while doing the exercise. Oh, there it goes. All right. So now, same idea. I just started to talk. Well, I already said it, but same idea, but jab step. Make sure at the very end you're dropping everything. Drop. 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 So, drop. 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 All right. Make sense? So everything off the back leg. And time. Back leg. So you kind of grab the ground. As soon as the foot lands here, you kind of grab with the foot. Remember, try to feel like there's a lot of, all your weight is down in the, like below the hip, down in the, from the knees down, below the knees even. All the weight's down by the feet. All the work's done right here. Your upper body's literally just kind of doing this. Then it gets held back a little bit as you're turning, Right, there's a little delay. But not really when you're jabbing. Just from the, remember like the back leg, but remember this angle where the front foot can move just a little? And it really only has to move a little bit. That's really where like all the different kind of jabs are, right? Because you can jab here or here, here. A lot of different kinds of jabs, depending on how you step, right? All right, same thing, the other side. Then we'll work on pivoting off the back leg after that. So exact same thing, other side, and time. I remember you drop the shoulders. I keep forgetting that on this side because it's not my natural side. Okay, so let's go back to the kind of usual routine. So we're gonna do the two, but we'll focus a little bit different. So instead of just focusing on bringing the back foot, pushing through here, you want to bring the back foot and work on the pivot. So it's kind of the same thing we've been doing, but you go in the direction back. It was play with a different aspect of it. So usually it's right, you're going here or here.
You're frozen.
You're winding up a little bit, right? Oh, you're freezing again?
Yeah, I can't see you.
Still frozen?
Yep.
Oh, you know, let me do this. Seems better up there. Better now?
Not yet. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Move around a little. Let's see. Yeah, better. Yep.
Cool. So what I was saying is, so you know, you should be bring the back leg. You kind of bring the back leg. You kind of sit down a little, and then you step over however much you want for the right. Kind of the same thing, but you just really want to focus on the pivot. You know, the angle. So you're stepping your foot, and then you can pivot it out this way or in here. So in other words, bring your back foot. You can pivot out, or you can even pivot in. But the point is really just bringing the back foot, pivoting, bring the back foot, pivot. It's really more of a footwork thing, but then after about a minute, you can start throwing punches. And just, you don't really want to focus on the punch right here. It's more about just the stepping and turning from here, right? So bringing the back leg and turning, right? And then later on, you can just let your hands go. They should just kind of go by themselves. Really, it's just stepping, and where you would usually just step out a little bit and do the right hand. It's the same thing, but you can just pivot either way on the front foot. So instead of just here, you can go over here, wherever you want. That makes sense?
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, so let me start the time. Start slow. Don't worry about punches in the first minute or so. And time. And slow it down. Use the waist like a steering wheel. Right, the power is all on the legs, but you use the waist as there. You got to bring the leg, but then after that, it's just like if you're with someone who's a smaller weight than you and they're good, and you're just working defense. All you want to do is slip their punches, right? So you're just trying to slip, pivoting your foot. Your foot. Pivot. And you don't have to punch. You can just put your arms like this, just a little bit, as you open up just a little. I didn't do anything, see? Now I'm staying in the same place. Just turning from here. that. Do this, do this overhands more or less here, and drop on each one. Drop, 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 drop. You don't want to stay tight here. You're gonna drop, 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 drop. No effort. I'm just going here. Think about slipping, primarily slipping. So you can always go from. Always bend at the hips just a little bit. I'm just doing the basic step like this. A little step, right? Basically, before we go to the other side, let's just go. So we were doing this step, right? Stepping and then pivoting. Exact opposite, but we're just going backwards. Instead of doing it on the other side, it's going backwards. So it's bringing the foot with you. And it can be like, same thing. You can just step a little, like back, or you can let the back foot pivot out. Right. Call the front leg. Right. And that makes sense? So just left hook step, basically. And but left hook step, but try not to just get caught in the left hook. You really use the pivot, just like you were using the pivot here. Don't even throw punches at first. Just work on the angles. All right, because you can do an angle if you want. You can do like a 180 even. As long as that front foot's turned in, you know, pigeon toes. You could. Right. You don't have to, but I'm just saying you got that. You have all those options. Right? So focus on the pivot and not the punch for about the first minute. Time. Or bring your foot back before you pivot it if you can. Instead of just pivoting here, bring it back. You pivot either way too. On the way back, you can always pivot this way. Or of course, if you want to pivot here. The check hook is like if they're coming in, especially you use it as a southpaw, is when they're coming in here, so you let them come in just a little bit and then fall off to the side. So it's kind of a dirty little trick, kind of, because you go here and then you hit them as you're already out. You kind of hit them in the back, kind of here. It's like a revolving door thing. Remember the drop. Remember the drop on the punches. Remember the drop. And now the gonna do the southpaw side on the 2 and 3 now, but really remember to focus on the pivot before the punch. Instead of focusing on the punch, step, pivot, pivot. So remember the pivot's not, you don't just have to do the 2 pivot. You can pivot all those different ones. You can also pivot into a, instead of pivoting out this way, you can also always pivot back this way. All right. So anyways, use a full pivot. Make sure you bring the back leg. Use a full pivot. Focus on drop. Instead of punching, make sure you're focusing on dropping the shoulders. I always forget that on the southpaw side. Kind of because here it's just natural, but on this side, I kind of retrained myself to do all the little things. So anyways, southpaw, other side, and pivot into, bring the back leg and pivot. What they're gonna do is you're pivoting, think defense. So you bring the back leg, pivoting just, not too fast, not too slow, but just where you just slip their shots, right? Trap their shots. Remember, you're not in any rush. You see their punches coming. You're not in any rush. Just using your leg. Bring the back leg. You don't have to think about the punches. They roll off all by themselves. As long as their hands are in the right position, you just roll with them. Okay, now last one on this side. So you do 3 from your from the southpaw side. Do your 3s. Remember, step, step, and pivot. Step, pivot, step, pivot, pivot. Remember, instead of just throwing this right away, focus on here, pivot, however far you want to go, or you can do the other way. All right. And time. We're gonna keep that front foot pigeon toed. Bring the back leg, but you still have the option of pivoting here or here, right? Got them. Time. So since we're working with those angles, let's play with those angles. So mixing them up. So screw off back leg, pivot, 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 pivot. Then whatever. See how we want to mix the pivots. Let's go back to this one that we did the second time around. So jabbing, right? Bring the back leg and then pivoting. So bring the back leg, jab step, and pivoting off the back leg. Okay. But keep on playing with the pivot. But this time, instead of just going like here, just doing this main part of the pivot, which would be this and this, or here or here or here. We can take it all the way back to pivoting back into a 3. You know, pivoting back into this side. 2, 2, 2, all the way back to where it's a 3. Just here on the other side, right? And we can go back to this. Pivot, 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 pivot. All the way back to here. Right. That makes sense?
Yeah.
So the same exercise, but just take it to the other side. All right. And so you're kind of mixing up 2 exercises, so to speak, by continuing the angle. Time. Remember to keep dropping the shoulders. It's all footwork. After you turn it all the way, if you want to continue back a little bit, you can too. And go forward. Bring the back leg until you find a place to pivot. Pivot. Back to the side. All right, Sam. Same exact thing on the other side. Bring the back step, the back foot, I'm sorry. Bring the back foot. And then pivoting off of that. Doing the main angle first, mainly. And then you can just do your 2s and 3s. Remember, all your power is just coming from here. It just all rolls off. In the step. And then, of course, you just kick it back. Kick it back. Bring it back a little bit. Then switch sides. Right, bring the back foot. Pivoting. Find your place where you're going to pivot. And pivot away. So you bring it back to here.
It's It's gonna be the same as the round before.
Same thing other side.
Yeah, but it'll be the same
but
because we're both sides.
Yeah, yeah. Remember to drop the shoulders. Okay. And time.
Just trying to get me to palm a spaghetti squash. Sorry.
Say it like that.
I was like, what was that?
It's a spaghetti squash.
It's like a Nerf football?
No. He thought my hands.
What happened?
He made me palm a spaghetti squash.
Very nice. Pass it here.
Okay, rugby style.
Hey, this is not dinner.
It looks heavy. Is it heavy?
Yeah. He's about to chop it up and cook it.
Yum.
Ooh. So let's go ahead now. Do a little freestyle. Let me see. One. Well, at least one round is freestyle, then we can kind of cool down with another one. So, same idea, just, first step, the 2-step, right? And the 3-step. But focus, like we've been doing this class, before you throw it, focus on the pivot first. Don't worry about the punch, even though you have to pivot to do that usually. Just focus on the pivot. A little extra pivot. The same thing on the 3. 3, focus before you throw your hook. Kind of come back, work on the pivot. Pivot. Make sense? So really pivot. Slow down a little bit in the beginning. Yeah, slow motion one where you kind of do this type of stuff, And same thing backwards. All right. And time. So a lot of waist. And drop. Always drop it. Put the shoulders. It's right here. Right. First we start bringing the back leg, of course, but if we can, And then pivot, pivot, pivot. All right, sometimes pivot and slip a couple first. And slip, slip, slip. Right. Slow down at first, slow down. Try to beat them just with the pivots. Like you anticipate the punch by going over here. You anticipate the punch is going this way, so you can pivot out of it. Same way this way. Pivot out of it. Yeah, forward or backwards, right? You can pivot out. You can pivot in. Right? It's either way. Or you can pivot on either side too. Right hand, left hand, doesn't really matter here. If you work pivots. Whew. That's actually kind of fun if you keep it in the angles. If you just keep your mind in the angles, you can kind of go, kind of recycle your moves, so to speak, and that you don't go like, let all your power go, right? It's like if you keep pivoting, you're always winding up. Right? So you're always wound up. You're always winding the legs up from the waist, the legs and the waist. So for pivoting, you can do that. So let's do it one more time. But oh shit! Actually, I didn't realize the time already. So I'll see you guys next week.
Oh wow, yeah.
But I would suggest a round or two of cooling down with this. Another round, and then maybe a round or two of cooling down with this one. Just what we're just working, and just keep your mind in the pivots. Yeah.
Cool.
I'll see you guys.
See you
No
next
problem.
Hi, Jamal.
See you,
Thank you.
Wednesday or Friday.
Yep. See you
No
then.
problem. No problem.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
you too. Bye.
Remember the pivot.